Nancy Guthrie has been missing for over 3 weeks now. Her disappearance is bringing awareness to home safety. Many people are thinking about their own parents and grandparents and wondering what would happen if an intruder were to arrive. To help us understand this anxiety and fear that you may be feeling right now, we are here with Dr. Jerry Law from the Inpatient Operations Department at the Meadows. Doctor, thank you so much for being here again today.
My pleasure, Jamie. Thanks for having me.
This has been going on for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
People have really become consumed with this story. And especially for us, it's so close to home, being down the road in Tucson, being in the desert landscaping, the homes that we're kind of familiar with. And to think about this 84-year-old woman who lived alone independently very well for a very long time, and now to have something like this happen. Tell me about just the mental health situation of the nation as we consume this information over and over again. That's
such a good point, and we are consumed with it. This 24/7 news cycle that we just continually feed on, and it's a hard time, and it's been so hard to watch what the Guthrie family have been through. And of course, it causes a lot of fear for a lot of folks. You know, fear is just a natural response to stimuli. And it's there to protect us and guide us, but it can become consuming. And it shifts from being helpful to hurtful when it just turns into constant anxiety.
So I imagine there's an action point to take to move out of the fear and into productivity. What do we need to do?
That's a real good point, and I think it's largely about surrounding ourselves with people who can help us and support us, and not isolating. That's where fear wants to take us, is to isolate and be alone, and that's not healthy. We need to be in community. We need that connection. And I know the Guthrie family was very active and involved with their mom, and I'm not saying they weren't by any means, but so many seniors who are living alone, they're literally alone, and that's really a scary thing.
So that's something that we need to think about of the loved ones in our lives, as far as do they have a working Ring camera? Do they have a subscription? Are there cameras outside? Is there something else within the home that they might need, or is it a time that maybe you need to move into some kind of different situation?
And it could be any of the above. Certainly, if we're going to be on our own, we need that kind of protection. Ring cameras, as well as alarm systems that trigger when doors are opened or when windows are opened, so that we know something's going on. And those systems can connect to people outside, whether that's an alarm company or a family member who can be made aware, uh-oh, something's going on at mom's house. It's so important. And there is that season when it's time to move perhaps into some kind of an assisted living community. That's really hard.
I feel like in the story we have both talking to the family members, about mental health, like I'm not sleeping at night because I worry about your mom. And then B, let's take a hard look around the house. Let's walk around the house. Let's talk about if you are at an age where maybe I would feel better. Do it for me if you are living in a different situation. So you kind of have your own mental health, and then you have the safety of those that you're caring for too.
Of course. It's all of the above. And sometimes we reach that point where we have to have that really uncomfortable conversation with someone that we love about the safety of their environment, and it may be time to make some changes. That's a really hard thing to do.
How do we introduce that topic to them?
I'll give you a little one way that I've had to do it myself with a family member. I had to say to her, I love you enough for you to be safe and unhappy with me, versus being real happy with me and continuing to live in this environment that's not safe. That's a hard conversation to have. We love our independence. You know, in many ways, that's the very core of America. Independence, and it's great until it becomes isolation.
And vulnerable.
And vulnerability.
As well. Well, it's an important topic, and I think one that a lot of us are having with our families, and maybe even with our loved ones in the middle of the night. While you're still up, I'm doom scrolling, and it's not good for anyone around me.
Turn that off.
Yeah, we got to turn it off sometimes. I like to doom scroll on the animals and stuff. Give myself a palate cleanse. Take a look at something happy. Doctor, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jamie. Thanks for having me.
It is Black History Month, and there's an Arizona-based bookseller who makes a